We'll chant Om 3 times followed by the initial shlokas. Inhale deeply. Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vedvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. We will chant the opening prayer, the Mangalacharanam. Let's start. One of you please go off mute. Maybe Rajivji, you go off mute. And let's chant the Mangalacharanam shloka. Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drik.
Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drik.
Tadrishyam Druktu Manasam.
Tadrishyam Driktu Manasam.
Drishyadhi Vrittaya Sakshi.
Drishyadhi Vrittayah Sakshi.
Druge Vanatu Drishyate.
Drike Natu Drishyate.
So, basically, what we saw was the author has described 6 types of samadhis, right? 3 internal and 3 external. In each of them, 2 are the means to get to the destination, which is Antaha, Drushyanavidha and Shabdanavidha Savikalpa Samadhi should lead to Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Similarly, Bahihi, Drushyanavidha and Shabdanavidha Savikalpa Samadhi should lead one to Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Now, when we should go there, what is the benefit? That benefit was described in verse number 31. And what it said is that in verse number 31, when one can come to this Nirvikalpa Samadhi, both internally and externally, Vidyate Hrudaya Grandhihi, Chidhyante Sarva Samshayaha, Kshiyante Chasya Karmani, Tasmin Drushte Paravare. So all our doubts are removed, all our knots of our heart are removed, okay, and we will become Kshiyante Chasya Karmani, means there are no more karmas to perform, meaning Krutakritya. Krutakritya means everything that we need to do have been completed as a jiva. There's nothing else to do. Why? Because the vision has become Tasmin Drushte Paravare. This Paravara is, what is that? Para is Paramatma, Avara is self. So Para itself has become Avara. Avara itself has become Para. Mean Para, not Para as an other. Para means supreme. So that means the drishti, the understanding has changed as I am Brahman. Okay, so that knowledge has come, so which is Jivan Mukti. Now, when that has come, this Paravarana word has, we said Para and Avara, right? So, in this Para and Avara, when that has come, right, the question comes, how is this, what is this Para and Avara mean? Because here, especially, like, what are we studying about? We are saying that there is a Sakshi. We are saying that there's Ahankara or Chidabhasa as a. So we have used multiple terms like Ahankara, Chidabhasa, and then Ahankara, we said that there are three types of problems associated with it. One is Sahaja Tadatmya, Karmaja Tadatmya, Bhrantija Tadatmya. Sahaja Tadatmya means whenever Ahankara arises, because the self is already there, Sakshi is already there, it is as if Ahankara and self has risen together. Meaning, so think about like when I wake up from my deep sleep, what happens? I become aware of myself. Okay? In my deep sleep, I was not aware of myself. So it is as if, as I'm waking up, my Sakshi is also waking up. Okay? But reality is that Sakshi is always awake. Sakshi doesn't have any, it doesn't go through this Jagra, Swapna and Sushupti avasthas. But what happened is that Ahankara has these avasthas, and when Ahankara wakes up, it is as if Sakshi also woke up with that and then sleeping with that. Okay, that's how the Ahankara feels. So it is as if they both are rising up and rising down. Why is that it is appearing like that? Because the experience of that is being felt by Ahankara. So that is it. So now, that is Sahajatadhatmita, so there's nothing we can do about it. Then there is a Karmajatadhatmita. Karmaja means our Prarabdha Karma. Because of Prarabdha Karma, this Stula, Sukshma, Karna, Sharira complex is working. Right? The Sharira Traya is working. The moment Prarabdha Karma is complete, this Sharira falls down. At least the Stula Sharira falls down. So until then, this Tadatmita is there between Ahankara and self. There's nothing wrong with it and we cannot do anything about it. So don't worry about it. But then there's a third type of Tadatmita. This third type of Tadatmita, what we call as Brantija Tadatmita. What is Brantija Tadatmita? So that means that Ahankara is thinking that I am the self. Okay? This is the problem. Okay? So Ahankara is identifying that I am the self, and because of that, I don't know my true nature because of this Avarana Shakti, and because of the projection of Vikshepa Shakti, I am thinking that I am Ahankara. So all of this is happening, right? So now this Bhranti Tatatmya has to go away. And now in this case, when we say Avara, who is this Avara we are talking about? This question has to be addressed, and this is where, like we saw that in last session, we saw one shloka, avachinnaschidabhasat trutiyah swaprakalpitah vigneyah strividho jivastatra adyah paramarthikah. So in this one, what happened is that there are three types of jivas are there. Okay, one is what is avachinna, Chidabhasa, the three concepts of Chidabhasa is there: Avachinna, Chidabhasa, and Swapna Kalpitaha. Avachinna, and we saw in this in this context in the last session, we saw two different concepts: the Brahman, the concept of Avachedavada, and we also saw the concept of Chidabhasa. Avacheda is the Brahman is all pervading in and through everything. Yet, just like space, appears to be limited by a walls of 4 room and say that this is my room space, or appears to be limited because by the walls of a pot and we say this is pot space. Okay, but in reality it is one unending constant thing, right? So that is avacheda. Okay, avacheda actually means appearing to be limited. Limited. Okay, in reality it is not limited. Similarly, chidabhasa is the example that we took is one sun reflecting in multiple ponds or multiple water bodies. The same sun is reflecting in all water bodies, and the quality of that reflection is impacted by the quality of the water and the state of water. So that means that if the water is shaking, it appears sun is shaking. If the water is muddy, it appears sun is muddy, meaning because sun is not clearly visible. Okay. And then, so this chidabhasa or this is the second type of jiva, right? So now here what happened is that in this case, whenever there is a change in that water body, it appears that the change is reflected on the reflected sun also. Okay, right? But in reality, the real sun has no impact on because of any changes in any water bodies. Okay, so this abhasa means there's a disturbance, kind of a thing, right? So this chidabhasa is this is the second theory, right? So we have seen these two theories in our last session. And then the third one, what we said is swapna kalpitaha. Okay, swapna kalpita means it is made out of dream. Okay, so that is the third one. So, and in this, the avachinna jiva, or the avachinna concept of jiva is what we call as Paramarthika Jiva. This is Paramarthika Jiva. What is this Paramarthika Jiva is explained in our next shloka. So I will break down the words, then we will go through, we'll chant and then go to the meaning. Avachedaha, that's the first word. Avachedaha. Kalpitaha. Then the next word is Syadavachedyam. That actually has two words in it. Syat avachedam. Together becomes Syadavachedyam. To Vastavam. Vastavam is again single word. Tasmin Jivatvam. Okay, so here Jivatvam Aropyadat. Jivatvam Aropadyatvam, right? So Jivatvam is one word. Okay. And Aropad. Okay. Jivatva are. Sorry, I lost track of the shloka. 1 second. Tasmin Jivatvam Aropat Brahmatvam. That becomes Jivatvam Aropadya Brahmatvam. Okay. To Swabhavataha. Okay. So Tasmin Jivatvam Aropa Brahmatvam. Okay, to Swabhavataha. So these are the words. So, one of you please go off mute and repeat after me. Avachedha kalpitasyat.
Avacheda kalpisyad.
Kalpitasyat.
Kalpisyad.
Avachedyam tu vastavam.
Avachedyam tu vastavam.
Tasmin jivatvam aropat.
Tasmin jivatvam arupad
Brahmatvam tu svabhavatah.
brahmatvam tu svabhavatah.
So now, in the previous shloka, it is said that we have three types of jivas. The first jiva is called as Paramarthika. That is the translation, the last shloka. So now here what it is saying is avachhedah kalpitasyat. So avachheda, okay, avachheda means there is a cheda means cut. Avachheda means appearance of cutting, right? Okay, so the principle of chopped off, cut off. Like, so for example, think about usually when we say pot space versus room space, okay, everybody says, oh yeah, I understand. Okay, so then there is a space in pot, then there is a space in room. Okay, now if I ask the next question, sometimes it is a little bit challenging for people to understand. Maybe you already understand now, but I'll just tell you. If I ask the question, imagine a pot in a room, and if I move the pot, what happened to the space in the pot? Okay, if that kind of a question is asked, okay, that what happened to the space in the pot when I moved the pot? What is the answer?
It's always there. The space is always existing before and after.
So did the space in the pot move? Yes or no?
No, it didn't move.
It did not move. But many a times there's a confusion that the space in the pot moved with the pot. Okay, that is a confusion. That's a misunderstanding. What actually moves with the pot is the air in the pot may move, but the space in the pot doesn't move. Okay, so the space remains as it is wherever it is. Yet, then what happened is that it appeared that there is a what you call it, there's a division between the space in the pot and outside of the pot. So many times what we think is that this mukti, the concept of mukti goes like this, is I am like that pot space, which is different from whole space. Okay. When the pot is broke, I become one with God. Okay, because the space in the pot has become one with the space, with the whole. So only when this body falls, I merge with God. That's how one misunderstanding is. But the reality is there is no such limitation for the space within the pot. With the pot or without the pot, the space is space and it is one infinite space, which has no beginning or no end. So this is, I'm talking about in terms of relative infinitude, okay, not the absolute. Because from absolute perspective, only Brahman alone is infinite. Okay, so space is created, so it doesn't have infinitude with respect to time, because it is created at a particular point of time and it is going to be destroyed at a particular point of time, at the time of pralaya. Okay, so now what it is saying is that avachhedah kalpitasya means this idea of limitation is just as an imagination. Kalpitaha means imagination. Okay, so now in the same way, this all-pervading Brahman or Jiva, okay, all-pervading Paramarthika Jiva, okay, because now we have got the term Paramarthika in our previous sloka. So this all-pervading Paramarthika Jiva appears to be limited. Why? It is because of Bhranti Jatadatmya. Why? What is Bhranti Jatadatmya? How is Bhranti Jatadatmya playing here? Ahankara is saying that I am the Jiva. So I am the Paramarthika Jiva. And this Paramarthika Jiva, even though I is there, this I is limited to my three bodies, meaning my Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira. So I am the Paramarthika Jiva, or I am the Jiva. Anything outside of my skin is not me. So this is how avacheda is being created by the Bhranti Tadatmya, which is the result of two powers, right? Avarana and Vikshepa Shakti of Maya. Okay. Now, avachedha kalpitaha syat, okay, avachedyam tu vastavam. However, tu means however, avachedyam. Avachedyam means one that is being appearing as limited. The sakshi is vastavam. Vastavam means truth. Truth means reality. Okay? So, even though it appears to be limited and all of that, the individual self sakshi, understand that it is the real reality. Okay? Thus means on that. On that means what in this context? On this Paramarthika Jiva, Jivatvam Aropat. Okay? Aropat means has been superimposed. Okay? What kind of jivatva is superimposed? Karmata tadatmata, sahajata tadatmata, bhranti tadatmata. So these three levels of jivatva is imposed on this sakshi or this paramarthika jiva. Now, even though that is done, what is its nature? Again, there is a tu here. Tu means however. Okay, right? Brahmatvam tu svabhavataha. Even though you impose this karvita tadatmya, bhranti tadatmya, sahaja tadatmya, etc., that understand that its real nature, however, its real nature, meaning the nature of the self is Brahmatvam. Brahmatvam means it is Brahman. It is not a created concept like Jiva. Jiva meaning as a Jiva, as this body has been created. But this self is not created. And this self, which is Sakshi, itself is Brahman. And I will come to know its real nature through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, etc. Okay. So, and one more important thing is that because it is your Swabhava, Swabhava means it's your own nature, it is not a destination that you will arrive someday. Okay, it's not a destination that you will arrive someday, rather you're already there. Okay, so what happens is that in this material world, I have to become something which I am not. Then what happens? We say that it can be possible through 4 types of changes. Okay, so whenever we perform some action, okay, 4 types of things are possible. What are those 4 types? One is called upadya. Okay, and second is apya. Third one is samskarya. And fourth one is vikarya. So these are 4 terms. These are technical terms, okay? But we'll just cover anyway. So upadya. Upadya means, what is upadya? It is the process of creating something. Okay, so you can create something as part of an action. The second thing is that you can remove something. Okay, so that is, yeah. And then the third is samskarya, meaning you process something and you make it better. Okay, so for example, you take a piece of a rock, and from that rock you create a beautiful sculpture. Okay, why? By refining it. Okay, vikarya, meaning that is by through some work it is destroyed. Okay, so meaning it is still modified, it is still there, but it is in a bad form. So that means that either you can create something, you can destroy something, you can improve whatever is there, or you can ruin something. These are the four types of outputs that happen because of any action. Now, when it comes to Brahman, okay, it is not something that is happening because of something. It is not something, getting rid of something to make it happen. And we are not improving ourselves to become Brahman, or we are not what you call devolving to become Brahman either, because Brahman is our true nature. We are already Brahman. So what we are trying to do is that there is a misunderstanding, and we are simply removing that misunderstanding through Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. Okay. Now, any questions or comments on what you just heard before we go to the next shloka?
No, it's fine. We can go to the next one.
Okay. So, the next shloka will break down the words. Avichinnasya. Okay. Avichinnasya is the word one. Shobhaji, you had a question?
Yeah, the shloka number?
34. We are going to do 34 now.
Okay.
Avichinnasya jivasya purnena brahmanaikatam. Okay. Purnena brahman aikatam, meaning Brahman and ekatam together, like it's Brahman aikatam. Okay. And then Tat Tvam Asi vakyani. Okay. So you can break it as three parts. That is Tat Tvam Asi, Adi, and Vakyani. And of course, Tat Tvam Asi itself has got three parts, right? Tat Tvam Asi. Tat Tvam Asi, Adi, Vakyani is what the whole word is. Tat Tvam Asi, Adi, Vakyani. Jagurnetara Jivayoho. Okay. Jagurna itara jivayo. Okay, so Jagurnetara jivayo. This is the last word. Okay, so now so now the theory of Avachedavada, okay, is being described, right? Okay, so avichinnasya jivasya
Avichinnasya jivasya
purnena brahmanaikatam
purnena brahmane katam
tattvamasyadi vakyani
tattvamasya vakyani
jagurnetara jivayoho.
jagurnetara jivayoh.
Okay. Avichinnasya. Okay. Avichinnasya jivasya. So this jiva is avichinna, right? Okay. However, it is appearing as, okay, so the jiva is limitless, okay, without any limitation. However, what is happening is that it is appearing as avichinna. It is appearing as limitation. Now, we said why that limitation is happening. We said that it is due to Bhrantija Tadatmya. So again, we are not going too much into detail about Bhrantija Tadatmya because that was part of our earlier discussions when we were doing the earlier part of this text. Okay, so this individual who appears limited due to this Bhrantija Tadatmyata, Purnena Brahmana Ekatham is completely, okay? He is completely. Purnena means completely. Okay, so there's no part remaining. Okay, is Brahmana Aikata, meaning he is 100% Brahman alone. This Purnena can be taken in both ways. So that means that this Avichinna Jiva is 100% Brahman. But what about Brahman? Is that 100% this Jiva, or it's only 10% this Jiva and 90% something else? That's also 100%. Okay, so that means whatever 100% Jiva is 100% Brahman, and whatever 100% Brahman is 100% Jiva. Okay, there is no change at all. Okay, it is not like one is subset and other is superset. Okay, like so for example, Brahman consists of these 10 Jivas. No, not like that. Okay, so Brahman alone is all the Jivas, and all the Jivas are nothing but Brahman alone, and there is no difference between Jiva in you versus Jiva in me. Okay, there is, because there is never a, it appears to be like, my Jiva is coming with me and your Jiva is coming with you, just like the pot, the space in the pot, one goes with wherever that pot goes, and the space in pot two goes wherever that pot goes, right? It appears that the space is going with them, but the reality is that space is not traveling with the pot. Okay, only the air is traveling. Now, air may think that I am space. Okay, in which case, what is that? What is air thinking? The thinking of air is called, it is called Bhrantija Tadatmyata, because air also is invisible and space is also invisible. Hence, okay, we are calling it, and air is thinking that I am space. In the same way, just like Ahankara is thinking, I am Sakshi, right? So that's a problem. Now, how is the solution? Is Tat Tvam Asi Vakyani. So you have several Vakyas, such as Tat Tvam Asi, Tat Tvam Asi, Adi, etc. Like Vakyas such as Tat Tvam Asi, meaning what? All Jiva Brahma Aikya Vakyas. So the other popular ones that we know are Aham Brahmasmi, I am Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma. These are some of the things that we already know as Mahavakya-s. So now interesting is Jaguhu na itara jivayoho. This is the important part. Okay, so until now, whatever you heard in this shloka, you already know. There's nothing new revelation. New revelation is coming in this fourth pada of the shloka. Jagurna itara jivayoho. Remember that you are Brahman, that is said, that is with respect to this Paramarthika Jiva, not for the other two. So that means there are other two Jivas, right? Chidabhasa, Swapna Kalpita, they are not Tat, meaning they are not Brahman. Okay? So this is a major disclaimer that is being made by the author. Okay? That is the most important thing to note. Okay? Jaguhu na itarayoho. So, any questions on what you heard just now?
When you say when you move the pot, the air in the pot is also moved, right? Because
Yes.
of the enclosure of
Yes.
the.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the think about, right? Like if you are moving oxygen tanks, okay, or hydrogen tanks from one place to other, that means the air in that has moved. The air as a gas or whatever, it is still moved.
So the area where the pot was is also filled with the air again.
But that's a different air than the air in the pot.
Yeah, it has to be different from the air in the pot.
Exactly, right? So it is just like, say, for example, if you take let's say you take what can you take? A ladle, okay, or maybe a closed cup, okay, a closed cup, and you push it into the water. What happened to the water there? The water, whatever that water was there, that has moved away to make space for this closed cup. Yes. Now when I move this cup a little bit to the right, what happened? That water that was here was displaced and came where the cup was. Yes. And when I lift it, again the water level has gone down a little bit low because this object has come out. Right? That you can observe through water. The same thing is true for air also, but not for space.
Air and space.
No, for air also it is true, but not for space.
Space is already there all the time, right?
Space is already there and it is not moving no matter what. Everything is moving within space, the space is not moving.
Okay.
Okay. So, in the same way, the avacheda, so this Brahman is not moving with jivas.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the point. So, then we'll go to the next shloka. Okay. The next shloka is 35th. Brahmanyavasthita. Okay. Brahmani avasthita. Together becomes Brahmanyavasthita. Maya. Maya, singular word. Vikshepa rupini. Now this Vikshepa rupini has got 3 words. Vikshepa, Avruti, and Rupini. Okay. Vikshepa rupini. Avrutya khandata. Okay. Avrutya akhandata. So Avruti and akhandata together we can become Avrutya khandata. Tasmin, single word, Jagat Jiva. Jagat and Jiva. So Jagat and Jiva. Okay. 2 words. Jagat Jiva. Prakalpayet. Just single word. Prakalpayet. Pra is a prefix for kalpayet. Okay. So now, one of you please go off mute and repeat after me. Brahmanyavasthita Maya.
Please continue.
Brahmanyavasthita Maya
Vikshepa rupini.
Vikshepa Rupini
Avrutya khandata tasmin.
Avritya Khandatam Tasmin
Jagat Jiva prakalpayet.
Jagat Jivo Prakalpayet.
So, Brahmani avasthita Maya. Brahmani avasthita Maya is the Maya in the same word, I mean the same phrase in Tattvabodha comes as Brahmashaya Maya Asti. Okay. That means So here Brahmani avasthita Maya. So this Maya does not have any independent existence. Why? Maya is kalpita. Kalpita means it is projected. So any illusion or any projection requires a substratum, and this substratum is Brahman. Okay, Brahman is the substratum for this Maya. And this Brahman alone is Paramarthika, also it is said. So, and that Paramarthika Jiva itself is Avachinna Paramarthika Jiva or Sakshi, it said. So what happened is Sakshi, you call it as Sakshi or you call it as Brahman. Maya is dependent on Brahman. Maya is dependent on Sakshi. Okay, so that's what it is. So again, why is it saying this Brahmani Avasthita Maya and where we are doing this Jiva Brahma Aikyata is the whole purpose of this section is to talk about Jiva Brahma Aikyata. So Brahmani Avasthita Maya is showing that Brahman alone is Jiva, right? So Tatra Paramarthika Jiva. And what is the nature of this Brahman is described in next next pada, right? The second half of first line. Vikshepa Avriti Rupini. So that means that this Maya, which has got its existence in Brahman, it has two types of nature. Rupini. Rupini means it is either Rupa of Vikshepa and Avriti. Vikshepa is power of projection, right? And Avriti is power of veiling. Okay, so there are this is nothing new here. Avritya akhandata. No. This Avriti means that the veiling power, what it is doing, okay? This Aparichinna Brahman, okay, it is taking this Aparichinna Brahman, meaning Ekata. Ekata means, sorry, Akhandata. Akhandata. Akhandata means unbroken. What is unbroken here? Brahman is unbroken. However, because of this power of Avriti, because of the power of Maya, which we call as veiling power, what happened is that it has broken down. It has, it has given the appearance of the Brahman being broken down. How did it break into? It break the Brahman into Tasmin Brahman. Okay, in this case, Jagat Jiva Prakalpayet. It has broken down this Brahman into Jagat and this Brahman into Jiva. Okay. Now this Jagat and Jiva, what is the substratum for this Jagat and Jiva? Paramarthika Jiva, which is Brahman. Okay. So now all our transactions happens in this Jagat based Jiva. Okay. Who is eating food? If like when we are having dinner, who is having dinner? This Vyavaharika or Jagat based Jiva. The Jiva who is the absolute Jiva, Paramarthika Jiva. Does the Paramarthika Jiva needs to eat any food? No. Okay. Does the Paramarthika Jiva is the Paramarthika Jiva born or dead? No. How about Vyavaharika Jiva? Yes, of course. Vyavaharika Jiva, as Venkat, is born somewhere in the last century and is going to die somewhere in this century. Okay. But as Paramarthika Jiva, it is never born, never dies. Okay. So Tasmin Jagat Jiva Prakalpayat means like everything that we see now in this world is that Jagat Jiva, and this Jagat Jiva alone transacts in the world. This is also called as Vyavaharika Jiva. Okay. So Paramarth. So if you are noting down, right? Line 1, Paramarthika Jiva, in that there is no Jagat, there is no Jiva. Okay, there's no difference between Jagat and Jiva. There is only one Jiva at Paramarthika level. Okay, because Jiva alone is Brahman. Now, this level 2, the same Paramarthika Jiva appears. Okay, the key word is appears. Okay, because of veiling power of Maya, it appears as if it is individual Jiva. Okay, that is Vyavaharika Jiva plus Jagat. So, now that is broken into 2. Okay. Any questions?
Venkatji, so do we have to assume that we have 2 jivas within us when we transact with the world? It is the Vyavaharika Jiva, and when we are on our own Sarupa is Paramarthika. Paramarthika?
That is correct, yes. So, our own true nature is Paramarthika Jiva. Then, when we say this Paramarthika Jiva is broken into 2 parts, that is as a Vyavaharika Jiva and Jagat. So, who is this Vyavaharika Jiva? None other than Ahankara alone. Okay? So, your Paramarthika Jiva and my Paramarthika Jiva and Rajiji's Paramarthika Jiva and anyone else in this world, whether it is a living or non-living being, whether it is a human or animal, doesn't matter. There is only one Paramarthika Jiva, that is Brahman. Okay? But at Vyavaharika level, when we look at this world and when I'm running around and I'm thinking that I am the Jiva, so this Jiva that I'm referring to, okay, that we are referring to is Ahankara in essence.
Okay.
Okay.
But the Ahankara is when it envelops the human body, it becomes, then there are 2, right? There is the human body and the Ahankara.
Yeah. So there are 3, right? Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karna Sharira.
Karna Sharira.
Okay? Yeah. And Ahankara is part of?
The
Sukshma Sarira.
Yeah, Sukshma Sharira. Yes. Okay. So go ahead. So what's the question, Shobhati, then?
No, here then, no, the question was the 2 becomes one itself, right? Ahankara and the Sukshma Sharira, they become one. And the Paramarthika Sharira is, then where does the Paramarthika Sharira come?
Paramarthika, there is no Sharira.
There is no Sharira, right? There is no Sharira.
Because we said, right, it doesn't have any birth.
Correct.
Yeah. So there's no birth, right? So there's no Sharira.
Yeah. So when, so there is a possibility, or is it that this Paramarthika Sharira has been misunderstood to be a Karana Sharira?
Paramarthika Sharira is not Karana Sharira. Karana Sharira is also Maya.
Karana Sharira is also Maya.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
So when you're dreaming, okay, I mean, we will, whatever we are going to cover in the next couple of shlokas, I'm telling you ahead of time. Okay. Now, if you are dreaming, your Sharira is there.
Yes.
What should we call that Sharira? Shobhaji's dream Sharira.
Yeah.
Now, in your dream, let us say you're dreaming about this Drg Drsya VIveka session.
Okay.
Okay. So this session is going on with all of us on the Zoom call. Now, in your dream, did you see Venkat?
Yes.
Yes. Did you see Pungodaji?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see
Rajiv.
Rabi?
No.
No. Okay. So what happened is that you are seeing certain things and you haven't seen certain things, right? Now, is Venkat in your dream is different from you or no?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, it's different. Now, when you woke up, what happened to Venkat?
Since it was just a dream, everything disappears.
Disappears into where? Where did they come from and where did they go?
The reality is different from the dream state.
Yeah, so the reality, so let us say that waking reality is different from dream state.
Correct.
Okay? Or waking state is different from dream state. Okay? Now, so the dream Venkat was born from Shobhaji's dreaming mind.
Correct.
Dream Shobhaji was also born from Shobhaji's mind. Now, Shobhaji's house that was in the dream was also born from Shobhaji's mind. So now, Shobhaji sees herself in the dream as I, and she sees other ones. Okay, that is Venkat, that is my house. Okay, so Shobhaji is seeing dream Venkat and dream house and dream herself. When she wakes up, the dream Venkat, dream Shobhaji and dream Shobhaji's house, all of them are merged back into Shobhaji's mind, or into Shobhaji.
Okay.
Okay. So, what was integral part of Shobhaji appeared to be different and taken various forms as me and others and the world during the sleep.
Would you please repeat this? What you said?
What is integral part of me? Okay, actually, okay, what is integral part of Shobhaji
Yeah.
has taken into 3 different categories in her dream, as Shobhaji herself and others and the world.
Okay.
And when she woke up, all those 3 entities became one, and that is Shobhaji.
Okay.
Following my thought process?
Yeah.
Not my thought process, Vedantic thought process. Okay. So now, in the same way, when we get jnana and go beyond Maya, this Vyavaharika Jiva and Vyavaharika Jagat, they all merge into Paramarthika Jiva. Okay. Now, what is the relationship between you as a waker and you as a dreamer? Are you both one and the same?
Yes. Only the mind is different. The thought process is different.
So, if you are one and the same, if you got hurt in your dream, like maybe like you cut a finger. Okay. When you wake up, do you see blood coming from your finger?
No.
So it is not you. The
Okay.
one in dream, what you think is you is part of you, but it's not you.
Okay.
So what is the relationship between the waking you and dreaming you? There appears to be a relationship, but there's no relationship.
Okay.
Okay. Do you follow? Okay. So that is the relationship that we are talking about. Is that the same Brahman? So what is the relationship between Brahman and me as Venkat as a Vyavaharika Jiva? As Paramarthika Jiva, I am same as Brahman. As Vyavaharika Jiva, it is just a Maya, it is just illusion. There is no relationship. Okay? Because when in my dream, when I woke up, what happened? My my dream Jiva became part of me. In the same way, when realization happens, this body falls down, or whatever, this body falls down or not, but this entity, which I call as Venkat, becomes one and same as
The Paramarthika.
Paramarthika. Now the thing is that so there was a mistaken statement. My previous statement is a mistaken statement because it is not when I get liberated, I will become one. No, I am already one, but I don't know it. I'm not experiencing it. Okay. So if when you're sleeping, I say like when you're dreaming, imagine some Chinmayanandaji finds you and tells you, you are not this dreamer, but you are the waker. Did he tell the truth?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. But can you experience the truth? Oh, even though I think even though I am running around, okay, maybe like let's say you're going in a car in your dream, okay, from Boston to New York City, okay. So even though you are driving in the car, my real me, okay, my waking me, or my like whatever that is, right? That entity that you Avaharika Jiva is apparently sleeping and dreaming, and I am just the dream. I am part of the dream. This whole world is dream world. When they say you theoretically understand, but you don't really experience it.
Right. Because of the connection of
Mhm.
this human body
Mhm.
with that
Mm.
ego or that I-ness that we have, right? We separate ourselves
Mm.
from that wholeness. We, I mean, kind of
Yeah.
from that Paramarthika Jiva.
Okay. So yeah, let's not break Paramarthika Jiva. Let us stay with two right now. Vyavaharika and dream, right? So the only way for you to experience the reality of waking state is to wake up.
Correct.
Okay? Until then, whatever Swami Chinmayanandaji tells you in your dream, the nature of your waker, okay? None of you, because of your love and affection and reverence to Gurudev, you will say, you'll nod your head. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Okay? But yeah, no matter how much Gurudev explains, all of those questions are unaddressed. Okay? Many of these questions are unaddressed until you yourself wake up and experience it. Okay? Now, if you go to 31st shloka, which is in the book, okay, what does it say? Vidyante Hridaya Grandhi छिद्यन्ते सर्वसंशयाः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि तस्मिन् दृष्टे परावरे. What it's saying? In meditation, in nididhyasana, when you wake up, okay, when you realize this truth, all your questions are removed. Okay, so all your bandhas, knots with respect to the world are removed. You have nothing to do in this realm anymore. Why? You understand that you are paravara. Now, look at the same implication between the dream and waker. No matter how much Puja Gurudev in your dream says that you are that waker, none of them understood. But the minute you woke up, you know who you really are. Then there are no more questions. Okay? There's nothing that you need to do in your dream now that you woke up. Okay? Now you understand tasmin drishte paravare. Now you understand that your dream world and the other people in your dream and you in your dream are all one and the same. That is perfectly understood now. Right?
Yeah.
If I had a good dream, okay, the good people around me and the good situation around me, whose creation is that? My own creation. If I had a nightmare, okay, where I am running from a hungry animal who is a predator and is trying to eat me, who created the predator? My mind created the predator. I created the predator. Okay. So when I wake up, all of that is gone. Okay. So in the same way, when we wake up from this Vyavaharika Jiva to Paramarthika Jiva, then all our problems are resolved. Okay. So that's what this shloka is. Okay. So any questions?
Venkatji, I was driving, so maybe in the first or second sloka, I may have to listen to this recording again. You were saying that we feel the consciousness within the body mind level, right? How do we know the consciousness in the beyond the body and mind? It's only the existence, right?
Yeah. So the thing is that, right? How do you know what is, I mean, like we took the example of a sleeper, right? So in the sleep, in your dream, okay, your spouse and your son and your, I mean, like your in-laws, you could see all of them, okay? Now, at that time, you feel that all of them are different from you.
Yes.
But once you wake up, it is crystal clear that whatever the projection of your son or whatever the projection of your spouse or your in-laws or your friends or colleagues, all of them are nothing but you.
Yeah.
Okay. So at that time, you understand completely that then there's no question. Okay. So then there is no more Shastra is required for you. Okay. So it is crystal clear, right? So in the same way, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to wake up from this Vyavaharika reality to Paramarthika reality.
But the Paramarthika reality, when we are in this Vyavaharika reality, we do see everything different. Everybody is different, not
Yes.
same.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
So,
that is.
so we have to progress to the Paramarthika reality, in other
Yes.
words.
And we progress through Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. Okay. So, oh, I see Venkat. Okay. Venkat is, I can look at it in different ways, right? What I'm really seeing right now, I'm seeing Venkat's image in a Zoom meeting. It is not really Venkat. Okay. The moment I turn on this laptop or the moment I quit Zoom meeting, this image is gone. This is illusory. Okay. No, I'm seeing real Venkat. Okay. Real Venkat as it, maybe in person. Okay. Now what? Venkat at a physical layer level, it is Annamaya Kosha. Food sheath. Food is made up of cells. Cells are made up of atoms. Atoms are made up of protons, neutrons, electrons, which are all the three are made up of quarks. Quarks is made up of energy. So it is just a form of energy combined, came together, and it has got some existence for a brief period of time. Brief period meaning it could be 10 years, 100 years, maybe 120 years, but it is going to disintegrate. Right? So this is what Shravana. Okay. Once you are doing this Shravana and then Manana, actually Shravana and Manana, when you're doing it and you are abiding in it, then what happens is that you will slowly wake up from the current reality to, which is Vyavaharika reality, to Paramarthika reality. So that is going to happen. So that is what the book or all our shastras or all our scriptures are saying, that we will be able to wake up to Paramarthika Satta or Paramarthika reality. Okay, so that's all possible. So just for that we need to practice.
So then Paramarthika reality is the final? Or
Yeah.
is there something beyond Paramarthika?
There's nothing.
That we are kind of trying to frame ourselves into some kind of a reality, right?
Yeah. So now all our shastras, our gurus say that Paramarthika reality is final.
Okay.
Okay. Going lower, there could be other sets of realities, meaning like within a dream, you can again dream.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, the dreamer himself can dream, right? So that's a possibility like that. How many layers you can go? We don't know how many layers we can go, but there's this movie called Inception. Okay, according to that, they go to 3 levels or 4 levels of dreams, because that's a fictitious movie. But it's an interesting movie though. Okay, so yeah.
So in Paramarthika, we see only consciousness. There is, so all the body, you said it gets resolved into energy level kind of thing. So how do we know that there is only consciousness, and that too it's Advaita, right? It's not only one.
Yeah, so that is where it is Shravana, Manana, and Nidhyasana. All these 3 are to be practiced, and that is the only way through which you will come to that realization.
Okay.
Shall we close?
Yeah.
Oh. पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम।
Thank you, Venkat.